Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of #Anime Talk. This is episode 77. I'm your host, Mr. Lyndon Burton, joined by my co-host, Mr. Chrissa SJE. How are you doing this week, my brother?
What is popping, man? I'm Gucci, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been kicking it. You feel me? I've been having a bad, like the weather's been ugly the past weekend or whatever, but I've been turning up regardless. It don't really even matter.
Yeah, and speaking on that, everybody right now, link is in the description of this video. Go check out the Fuck Gabby remix featuring
I forgot about that. I wouldn't even think about that.
Like, look, it's out. Hold on. See, this is bad podcasting. I do this every time with sound effects because I'm not used to bringing sound effects on this show just because we keep it like, we keep it strictly news, strictly like our opinions and whatnot. Like we joke around, but we not like comedy hour like on Bros Who Think So. But gotta give you a round of applause for the Rob Banks song. It's hard. The feature is hard.
Thanks, man. Rob
Everything
Banks
is out.
Big out now, man.
Big
Wherever
facts.
The fuck it's at.
The link will be in the description in the video, so y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Shout out to my guy Chrissa. But yeah, man, it didn't seem like that long ago since we talked, and I feel like maybe that's because we were talking a lot throughout the week. Not like last time. Like last episode, it felt like it was a minute.
Yeah, we've literally been. I feel like I've been sending you so much shit. Like I'm the nigga that be overloading everybody in the group chat. So I hit the Doom and Fade group chat, overloading them ball, the Underworld group chat. You know what I'm saying? I be in that motherfucker slight work. You feel me? But at the same time, I feel like I be sending too much. But
I don't care.
So much fire shit be dropping. It's just fire news, fire pictures and shit. Fire.
It keep me in the zone.
Fire shit. I sent you some random shit. I sent you a picture of fucking Patrick escorting Spike in a courtroom, like a random fucking painting. No, I'm looking at what I sent you. Randomness.
It's just, but that's our relationship. We just be having fun, bro. But let me tell the people now, we will be moving. Watch, I'm gonna show you my shoulder. I gotta watch my arm. Hold on. Ow, 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 ow.
I thought you about to have an anime talk tat. I was like, what's this man about to show some ink?
Big Vax. Big Vax.
You got the shot, huh?
We going to the conventions.
Soon. We going to the. Got hers last week. I've been procrastinating. I'm gonna get it done.
Look,
I ain't one of them anti-vaxxers. Not to shit on any anti-vaxxers. I'm not one of them. But at the same time, I just don't like getting shots and shit. So
I feel you.
I'm gonna do it though.
Let me take because my girl going tomorrow. Let me tell you where to go. Look, and I know this is not for the pod. I'm sorry, we're gonna get to anime, but this serves a purpose because the quicker me and Chrissa get vaccinated, the quicker we can go to conventions for you guys because we're doing live shows again. Because the convention lists have been dropping. Louisiana Comic-Con, New Orleans Comic-Con. We trying to go to DreamCon. They hit us up about coming back to do a panel. So like we're gonna be moving. That's why we're getting vaxxed. But Chrissa, you got to take the Pfizer. Let me tell you, because the Moderna, you know how niggas be saying, oh, after I take it, I feel this. I took that shot. Literally, the only thing that hurts is my fucking arm. I feel like I got punched with a bat. But other than that, I'm not like sick. I'm not fatigued. I'm not headache. None of that.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about taking a Johnson & Johnson. Man.
No, that's the blood clotter.
So I'm just joking, bro.
Wait,
I'm not gonna take this Johnson.
Please don't.
I've been seeing that shit on Twitter, so I've been fucking with everybody, man. Every time I run into somebody, I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting that Johnson & Johnson vaccine, bro. And they'd be like, wait, what? I'm like, nah. They had one person that was gonna let me do it. They were like, "Oh yeah, I heard it was a good one." I'm like, "Stop fucking lying, bitch! I'm joking right now."
That's how you know they don't love you.
I'm like, don't let me do that to myself, though.
But
I was thinking about getting the Moderna. But I want to see what's up with the Pfizer. You
know, go do the Pfizer. Our Lady of Lords, call them. You in and out. Literally took me like 20 minutes max, and it was only 5 minutes to get the shots. The other 15 was me waiting to see if I had a reaction.
Man, I love the people and everything. I'm glad everybody getting vaccinated and everything. But if it was up to me, I was gonna put that shit off till fall. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I feel
I'm super. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to get that bitch ASAP because that means like I've just been seeing all the shit about concerts and
that's
cons
the only reason why.
I'm getting in that bitch. I'm in there
because I know for DreamCon they're gonna be testing people and we're trying to do a panel. We're not just being guests, so they got to be extra cautious and we got to touch road again. We had 2020 was supposed to be a big year for us, and now we're trying to bounce back with 2021 and
it's up.
Hit the conventions. You know what I mean? We're gonna be DreamCon. I'm trying to get us to Anime Expo in New York, trying to do the Cali joint. So like, look, if you're a fan of Anime Talk, let us know in the YouTube comments, in the SoundCloud comments, tweet at us where you want us to go, and we will try our hardest to go. And then tell your local conventions you want us to go there as well.
Tag them.
that will help us tremendously. Yes, people are going to accept us. We've been accepted by a lot of people, but it helps if people in those cities are requesting us.
And then we don't know about all kinds. We in the South, so we had a little tour
Yep.
set up last year, and we was gonna hit, Mississippi, Texas. We knew where the cons was popping out here,
But we
and
don't know
definitely we hitting
like the
DreamCon. But
Midwest. We don't know the
yeah,
West. Like
let
we
us
don't
know
know
if
the
y'all
East
want to send
Coast.
y'all city. Y'all gotta let us know. We'll pull up. You feel
That's
me?
a fact. Like we're gonna have. Let me tell you. Because little insight to what we doing. Because like Chris said, we had a tour planned, and some of those places are coming back. Some of them aren't. We're gonna definitely hit Texas. We're gonna
Texas all the way open.
We're definitely gonna hit Florida. We're gonna hit Georgia, and we're gonna try to hit Mississippi and Alabama if possible. And then we're gonna try to make big trips to New York City in New York Comic Con. Shout out to Haz. Shout out to T. Shout out to Pete. I know they got a big group going. We're gonna try to do a panel, link up with them, and we're gonna try to go to LA for Los Angeles Comic Anime Expo. So,
For sure.
but if you want us anywhere in between Vegas, Minneapolis, fucking just anywhere, let us know. Boston, we will come through. You got to let us know, and you got to request it to your local cons. But Chris, with that being said, we got a lot to discuss. Let's get into it. Let's start off with the news. So Funimation announced on Saturday that Adult Swim's Toonami programming block will start airing the 5th season of My Hero Academia anime on May 8th. Also, My Hero's doing like a Shonen Jump art exhibit, and it will have contributions from Oda, Kishimoto, Tite Kubo, Daisuke Ashihara, Tabata, Geiji, and Yusuke Tanaka. The only names I don't know are Daisuke Ashihara and Yusuke Tanaka, but we're getting works from JJK writer, Black Clover writer, Bleach writer, Naruto writer, and One Piece writer. I'm gonna quickly research these other two dudes, but what do you think?
You said Yusuke Tanaka?
Yasuki Tanaka.
Let me see. Come on, say I think.
I'm hyped for it to be on. Look, I'm gonna find it. What you think about this being on Toonami and everything? So, one of them is the World Trigger mangaka. That's okay. Daisuke Ashihara. And I'm gonna find the other one real quick. While you tell me what you think about this shit going to Toonami, MHA, gonna be pro.
I'm excited. It's already on episode like 2 or 3 on the dub right now. I seen on Funimation. So I'm excited about to drop it on. It's a Toonami essential. You knew it was gonna come back. I didn't think it was gonna come back this early, but you knew it was gonna come back. I'm glad they're getting it early because at least it's not gonna be as Attack on Titan is. Because Attack on Titan is legit still airing.
That's a fact. Oh, and the other person, Yasuki Tanaka, is the writer of Summertime Render. It's on Jump Plus. Okay, I gotta check that out. But yeah, good for My Hero. I think this season needs to be on Toonami because I understand that this season is starting off maybe slower than most would have wanted. But just when we get to the episodes review, I'm gonna explain what's coming because let me tell you, we're not gonna be in the school this whole season. Fuck no. It's not gonna just be Class A versus Class B for season 5. That's not. I promise you.
Man, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the season to get knee deep into it. I wish I had the whole season right now. You know what I'm saying? I need it.
Yeah, no.
I know I do in the manga, but this one I'm an anime only for this one. This is that hurt being an anime only for the seasonals.
Look, trust. Well, I can't relate to that one, but I understand. I'm ready to see it live. So the next thing we have is something that hurts our heart. The new episode isn't out yet. Me and Chrissa can't review it this week, but we will try to give y'all some Eden Zero content. But the official Twitter account for Eden Zero confirmed on Saturday that the anime will be available on Netflix this fall.
Boom. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it now.
I hate Netflix jail, bro. Like, I want Eden Zero right fucking now.
Facts. Eden Zero is one of those ones. Like, I seen Otaku Gods reading it right now. I want to say, I've been seeing a bunch of people on my timeline getting hip to it because they saw the first couple episodes and they're like, I'm gonna have to check this one out. I'm like, yes, you need to check this one out.
I'm just telling y'all, niggas should have been listening to us, Chrissa. By now, our track record is so high. Like, with recommendations, like High Rise Invasion, I told niggas about years ago. Demon Slayer, I told niggas about when the first couple of chapters was out, and we was when me and you was talking about Hell Warden Higuama.
I'm still telling niggas about it, man.
Told niggas about Promised Neverland. We told niggas about JJK 2 years ago. Shout out to Jay in the Discord. He can confirm that. Like we have told y'all of Kaiju number 8, Sakamoto Days, just to do recent, Samurai 8. Me and Chrissa, and let me shout out Haz, because Haz was on it with us too early. We were on Eden Zero super early.
Yeah, just wait, bro. When Tog and Anki get animated, when Chainsaw Man get animated, bro.
And
I've been
Kaiju
telling
number 8,
niggas about
that's another
Chainsaw
one.
Man for a minute. Oh, Kaiju number 8 for sure.
It's
That's gonna be one.
It hurts
nuts.
because I don't know when we should review Eden Zero. Should we wait for the Netflix and just do it with the American people, or should we say like we did with Dorohedoro and trap out the bandwidth? Y'all let us know in the comments, in the YouTube comments, because like I don't know what we should do.
Yeah, because the thing is, they dropped the first 2 episodes, but it wasn't like kind of a they started the season kind of thing. It was just like, here's the first 2 episodes. We'll give you the rest
Later.
Yeah, I don't even know how they're gonna. I don't know what the schedule's looking like for the Eden Zero season. Even like out there, because we're not getting it till fall. But I don't know what it's even looking like in general.
I think it started up again. I think for this week.
Yeah, I hope we get a new episode. But even if whatever the case may be, even if we gotta get on Twitch and review the episodes if they come out randomly, or if we gotta, you know what I'm saying, wait till the season's over and, you know what I'm saying,
we're gonna review
a good season wrap up.
Yeah,
because like the thing is, by the time the season's done, if it's doing week to week, it'll be out in the fall. Like by the time fall comes, the season should be out. It should be fully out on Netflix. I don't think Netflix is gonna give us dub one episode by one episode. They're probably gonna drop the whole season and
so you're right. We'll probably do like a season, like an hour-long season review video where we go through each episode and break it down.
You know we read it too. You know we read that
like
shit.
We're ready.
So we could really like we could really cover compare it to the manga and everything because we deep in that bitch. I'm on
and plus we have Eden Zero content ready for y'all. We just gotta get it out to the public. So don't worry.
All hundreds and chapters, bro.
We're really deep into it, like real shit. Like so, don't worry, Eden Zero fans. We got manga content coming for y'all, and we will have anime reviews for y'all as well. But next up, here's some things that's coming to Shonen Jump manga wise with the one shots. They're doing a bunch of new one shots. So they're doing Peku Peku no Yamamai by Watanabe Shinpei, Dai Tokyo Onyome Din by Nakama Tadachi, which is Tokyo Grind horror channel. No One Knows by Kata Ko Motoharu. The next one is Bad Tripper by Yu Odoriba, My Little Mars. And then the next one is Roku Tsuyuki by Midori Mizuyu To, aka Monsters. So that's just a couple of the one shots coming. Me and Chris saw the pictures. You said you weren't excited for these one shots in our.
Let me tell you something.
Chat. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't.
We care, man. We care about these one shots. Did you see Candy Flurry?
I did.
Did you read the first chapter for Candy Flurry?
I did. It was ass.
Somebody tried to tell me in my mentions today that it's not, that it's hitting. They were like, I said something, I tweeted something along the lines of like, y'all canceled Phantom Seer for this?
For that, bro. Like that's
Phantom
how
Seer
I feel about
for this.
That's how I feel about Hell Warden Higuama or even Zip Man. Y'all canceled Zip Man.
For sure, Zip Man.
In Samurai 8 for that? Like,
rest in peace, my niggas from Phantom Seer. This is one of my hardest new gens. Y'all didn't even let my shit get to 40 chapters, dog.
And y'all gave us a Big Mom. Y'all basically gave us Big Mom's Kids.
And this is what he said too. I just put up the mention. So Sun said, he said that I heard Phantom Seer got axed mostly due to disturbing images. I'm gonna have to see them disturbing images, dog.
Because Chainsaw Man is way worse.
Exactly. Chainsaw Man has a lot of
and
shit.
JJK is
I
bad
love it
too.
for that. JJK is definitely unsettling. There's a lot of manga that's unsettling. When you're dealing with horror anime, you're gonna see some disturbing images.
I don't think Phantom Seer was that bad though. And I read a couple chapters.
I really love the art style.
I did too.
The monsters and the creatures, and you know what I'm saying. I understand we have a lot of exorcism-esque anime out or manga out right now.
But that Candy Flurry shit is ass, bro.
I read the first chapter.
You read really? Totland. Isn't that just Big Mom's Kids?
But like they did it so much better in One Piece. Like, why would you redo it worse?
Facts. Like I'm just scrolling through it right now.
The art style's not bad. I don't want to shit on the mangaka. The art style is amazing.
It's just not for me. Like they're fighting.
Nobody really asked for this, and it's like the thing with so this is the real deal, right? So this is why.
But I'm excited for some of those one shots. Not to cut you off. I know you said people not care because I thought that was hilarious. But some of the art styles, like real quick, I'm gonna just.
Where's the picture? Send me the link of the Kasam.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link.
Probably deep in the group chat.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you the link one more time. Let me Let me grab it so I can look at the art style and tell y'all exactly which ones I'm fucking with.
I definitely gotta say this too, because I did see something that looked good too.
Here we go. I got you. I'm about to send it to you right now. Like Bad Tripper looks pretty good. And then
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I am hyped to see these one shots. Like I read the Candy, I read Candy Flurry, and just because it was a one.
All right,
I didn't know if let me see.
So Bad Tripper looks good. There is the one so look, the number. Just tell me which number you're looking at, and I can tell you which one it is. Also, Peku Peku no Yame looks good. That's 21 and 22, Chrissa, for you looking at the sheet. That's dude with the blonde, with the blue hair, top right. Man. And I'm gonna put these images on YouTube so y'all understand what I'm talking about. So we're not doing y'all dirty, so y'all can see. That's the dude with the blue hair, top right corner, with the fruit on his shirt. That art style doesn't look bad. Bad Tripper doesn't look bad. Top bottom left, dude with the knife.
This is my thing, right? Both of the ones on the left look amazing to me. Those are the two that I'm probably gonna love most. But I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you the ones on the right.
That's
like
Bad Tripper. That's Bad Tripper and Dai Tokyo Oniyome, Tokyo Grind Horror Channel. That's the ones Chrissa likes, 23 and 2025. So when y'all looking at the screen, that's that one.
That's the ones that really look dope as hell. But at the same time,
no one knows
all of these look dope as hell. Like
on the right side,
all 5 of these. But this is my problem with it. This is why I hit you up and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm skeptical of it because I'm scared for the future of Jump. You know what I'm saying? If we're just whacking shit to the point where we're not even gonna start any series anymore, we're gonna give y'all these one shots and let y'all pick which one. And like say they pick one and say it does really well and it has like one slow chapter and they cut that bitch. You feel me? I don't know. Because we got the heavy hitters like JJK, we got the heavy hitters like My Hero, but both of those are not gonna last forever. Chainsaw Man just ended. We're about to get part 2, but I mean, what is the new gen gonna be looking like? You know what I'm saying? Like I understand we can't have these long running ones forever.
I know we're sad about Phantoms here, but I don't think they're gonna just be cutting things. And I know we sad about Samurai 8 because look at it, Undead Unluck
and what was I about to say with a J?
Which one you talk? Zipman?
No, Zipman with a Z.
I think that's because they weren't. Phantom Seer is confusing, but Zipman wasn't selling like talk about it, and we know Samurai 8 wasn't selling. But look at things like Undead Unluck. Undead Unluck is killing, and they're not cutting that no time soon. And they actually let it build because they could have cut Undead Unluck at 20 chapters when niggas was confused. Kaiju number 8. That shit is the fastest selling in fucking new gen history.
See, number 8 thing with Kaiju number 8. It's Kaiju number 8 is like one of those ones. It's Jump Plus, and I look at Kaiju number 8 like it's a little bit different because like this is doing some game changing numbers, game changing type shit. You feel me?
It is.
Everything can't be My Hero. Everything can't be Kaiju number 8. Everything can't be Demon Slayer. You feel me? And even Demon Slayer, they were talking to that mangaka crazy. You feel me? She didn't even get paid like she needed to get paid. You feel me? I'm just looking at the whole system. Like they're not really focusing on or caring about how because imagine how mad we were with Demon Slayer's ending. And I understand that was a decision that the mangaka made because of some internal struggles with Jump. But I could only see from my perspective, I'm seeing that relationship with all the new motherfuckers who don't got as much clout as somebody who just gave you one of your craziest selling manga of all time.
See,
and
I think
anybody can get the axe. You gave Kishimoto the axe, and that's Kishimoto.
But his shit was flopping though. I think it's all based on I think Jump is more so all based on numbers. If the numbers not hit, if you're not hitting the number mark, they don't give a fuck because they got.
My thing is they got so much gas right now and so many different arcs popping. It's like just because Chainsaw Man's doing good this week or Undead Unluck's doing good this week. Like imagine if Sakamoto Days, which is an amazing series to me, has a couple slow weeks because compared to everything else that's booting up, like imagine some of the new ones, the new one shots, they start up and you see they got crazy chapters and Sakamoto Days is still good, but it's not in an arc where it's like craziness. So it kind of gets nerfed in the sales by some of the new shit because they're throwing so much shit at the wall that people are watching everything. I just get nervous. I get nervous because
it's a fair nervousness. I'm just playing devil's advocate because see, I feel like things like Sakamoto. Because look at this. I know for a fact that Hardball Cop and Dolphin is 30-something chapters in. The sales are okay, but
I can't believe that's 30-something chapters in. It's not bad from what I've seen. It's really not bad from what I've seen.
That's how you know shit is not getting axed because it's like
what's the Robo one?
And that's one that I'm like, bro, y'all should have been axed. but they keep it because there's me and Robico, the maid shit. And then look at Spy Family. That's another one that's 40-something chapters in, not getting cut. So I understand your apprehension, and I think it's fair for you to be, you know, a little nervous about it. But in terms of Jump, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we not in a necessarily bad place, but we should just have our hands up like, oh, whoa, what's going down? So yeah, like I understand your nervousness, but let's get to the next story. So, you're not gonna like this. I'm telling you not. You're not gonna like this one. This is one you're gonna be mad at. Netflix announced on Twitter that they are making a live action Gundam movie with Jordan Voigt Roberts, the man that made Skull Island, to direct and produce. Brian K. Vaughan, the writer of Why the Last Man, Ex Machina, and Runaways, will write the script and serve as executive producer. Now, Chrissa, before you go, I'm going to say this. The only thing I like about this story is Brian K. Vaughan writing the script, because Ex Machina is great, Why the Last Man is great, and Runaways is good. Jordan Voigt Roberts as the director, Kong Skull Island wasn't bad. He showed he could do CGI, but it wasn't great. I'm with you because I know what you're about to say. Can we please see Cowboy Bebop before y'all keep announcing anime live actions? Because I can't keep defending y'all with The Witcher. If The Witcher's the only fucking good show you have, then like your track record is fucking horrible.
Witcher was pretty good, but I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that for sure. The only thing I'm hyped about is like Gundam is one that might be cool live action if you do it right. So I'm sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? Just give me the trailer. All these announcements make me so weary,
also,
bro.
it's a
especially
movie.
Before.
Like, I understand you can't put that much money into it. Wait, no, let me.
You said it's a movie?
Let me flip it. I understand you have to put a lot of money into it, but you can't do it for a prolonged time. So you have to do a movie. But to me, you can't tell Gundam in 3 hours.
You can if you're doing a one shot. If you're doing a one-shot Gundam because my thing is Gundam, the world of Gundam is so deep. There's so many different, you know what I'm saying, series of
but
Gundam.
You can't tell Iron Blood. You can't tell Iron-Blooded Orphans. You can't tell Gundam Wing in a 3-hour movie. I don't think.
I feel like it would have to be like that's what I'm saying. I feel like it'd have to be a standalone thing. I feel like it can't be an adaptation of something that we already have. It just has to be a standalone, because most Gundam things are standalone. Like that's most true. Gundam series, like we have throwed off Gundam series, like the SD Gundam series. I'm watching the one from this season. Hold up, what's it called? It's SD Gundam World Heroes. You know what I'm saying? And that's just low-key hard, but it's like not the same as the Gundam we grew up on. It's like some chibi kind of Pokemon-esque shit.
If you adapt in Gundam, you got to do Wing. Like you got to do Wing.
My
or Iron-Blooded Orphan, because that's the new gen. That's the new gen classic. So I don't know. I don't like it's either got to be Wing or that one. Now, what you were saying?
They got a lot of Gundams that a lot of different Gundam series is where the main Gundam is like similar to a lot of the Gundams we see. Like a lot of main character, you know what I'm saying, the MC Gundams look similar. As long as they just keep with the theme and spin it off, because if you give us a standalone, I feel like that's a good way to make no one mad. And I feel like too. as you know, Netflix, who's done atrocious work with Death Note. Like Light Turner was not like Yagami. Don't give us another Americanized version of something we already got. Give us an Americanized version of something we've never got before, because that's what'll work.
Fair.
Like to be honest with you, I think this whole thing of like, okay, let's make a live action of it and stick to, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying stick to it. I don't think you're gonna make that many people happy. Like my thing is, what's the Pokemon movie?
Which one?
Shit, I can't think of it.
Detective Pikachu. Yeah,
that was an amazing movie to me, because it's not following Ash Ketchum. You get Pikachu, and it's a different Pikachu. It's an endearing story, and not only do you get endearing story, new characters, but you get all your favorite Pokemon. And that's what you give a fuck about for the Pokemon movie. You want to see your favorite Pokemon. For a Gundam movie, I'm gonna be mad if you give me Zero and you know what I'm saying, Hito, and you give me these niggas and they're like completely not who I want them to be. They're fucked up versions of who I love.
I agree with you, but let me play devil's advocate again. Because you're right. That's a very accurate point. But I feel like that's a cop-out for Netflix, because look at Amazon and how Amazon does The Boys. The Boys is not a direct adaptation of the comics. They take liberties, but it's inspired by, and they stay true to the comics. Like, there's some things different about The Boys comics, but no Boys comics reader is upset. They're all ecstatic. Look at Marvel with MCU. I can tell you for a fact, Civil War that happened in the MCU is not the Civil War comic. But the thing is, they understand the essence of the characters. And that's the problem with Netflix. If you don't understand the essence of the characters, then you can't tell any story. Then you can't, like, for example, Christopher Nolan understood the essence of Batman. So his Dark Knight did not resemble any comic book Dark Knight, but it still was the essence of the character so fans could accept it. That's the problem, Chrissa. They don't understand the essence of who these characters are.
And we know that from Light Turner, because Light Turner, when Ryuk touched down, Light Turner damn near shit himself on camera. And Light Yagami was calm, cool, and collected. Like, fucking, he grabbed the Death Note, and then Ryuk pulled up, and Ryuk's like, "You're not scared?" He's like, "Nigga, I grabbed the Death Note." You know what I'm saying? I read the first page, nigga.
You can tell a one-shot adaptation if you want, and you could do it. But you could still do inspired by Wing, inspired by Iron-Blooded Orphans if you understand who those characters are and you get the essence of them. You know what I'm like? Because see, that's what Bebop is gonna be. Bebop is gonna follow. It's not gonna follow every episode word for word, but they're gonna do some things like them. They're gonna do some things original. So to me, that tells me you have to understand who Spike Spiegel is, who Jet is, who each of these characters are, and their motivations for that to work.
Man, I would just, all this money going into a live action, just give me a high quality goddamn Gundam reboot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just a new animation. Like, there's nothing wrong with animation at the end of the day. So
yeah, the thing is, if you go throw money into some shit, like not getting too much into what we got with the Godzilla Singular Point. I love that type of shit. Like Netflix is throwing a lot of shit at the wall and it's sticking. Like, especially with Dorohedoro. That's something amazing to me. They got Eden Zero, Shaman King. Keep coming with that. Y'all are doing really good. Like, let's not go too crazy. And I understand, you know, all that shit is Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But American Netflix got to make a bag too. You feel me? And
that's true.
To be honest with you, I feel like they could have went the Invincible, you know what I'm saying, route and kind of adapted something like that. But I mean, this ain't the way. If you're not gonna do it the way people want.
And that goes into that point, and this is why I say Amazon and HBO are the best people doing it. This just goes to show that the people in charge of Netflix don't understand these story materials they're getting, and they're not passionate about it. They're just trying to make money. Because you make a great point. Look at Invincible, and they're still going to do a live action Invincible at Amazon, but they said, you know what? Before we do that and take liberties with it, let's introduce the character the right way with the animation. And granted, some things aren't like they are in the comics. They made adjustments, but they did it with the creator who actually understands the essence of who those characters are, and they have people who love it to work on it. Look at The Boys, HBO. Look at Watchmen. Watchmen was not an adaptation of Watchmen. It was a sequel of the Watchmen comic, but HBO and Damon Lindelof understood the essence of the character. These Netflix people don't understand the essence of what they're fucking making, and that's the issue. So
we just need, my thing is, all these announcements, we just need one good adaptation to make y'all look good. That's the thing. Like, the adaptations y'all have right now, we don't have much to go off of.
Give us Cowboy Bebop.
Like, and it's stop time. Scaring us. Because with the Cowboy Bebop, it's like, you could get us excited, but y'all are doing y'all have fucking fans anxious.
They should have a trailer out. Like, that's the thing. The trailer should be out. We say this every week. And I know we said we weren't talking about it anymore, but we have to because they announced something else. So, you know. But next up, Netflix also announced on Twitter that the 4th season of Adi Shankar's Castlevania animated series will stream on May 13th, and it's the final season. I know I have beef with Adi Shankar, but, you know, I know there's fans who watch this show who like Castlevania, but dude's a douche.
There's a lot of people who were upset about this being the final season or whatever, because I haven't peeped Castlevania.
I haven't watched.
Definitely saw the timeline.
Did I tell you about the beef? Did I tell? I know I've probably told this story on this show before.
Maybe.
Did I tell you about the beef? Okay, so I'm gonna tell the show because I'm gonna explain why I don't fuck with this guy. Like, he is super fake. Asked him to come on Anime Talk. He agreed. I say, when's the date? He says this date. I set up the Skype call. He doesn't answer at the time. He doesn't answer. I call him. He doesn't answer. I'm waiting for 3 hours. I email him the next day, and he was like, sorry. We set up the next date. We set up the next date. The next date comes. I'm like, yo, this. And he was like, you know what, man? Fuck you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, don't email me anymore. I'm not doing your show. I was like, what did I do? I didn't say anything or anything. I can show the emails word for word. I'm like, I didn't do anything. And he was like, nah, man, I'm just not feeling it anymore. And I was like, but you told me fuck me? Why did you say that? He was like, I'm sorry I was aggressive, but I'm just not feeling it anymore. So fuck that guy, bro. He had me waiting for 2 times, and then he just said fuck us. Why? For no reason.
Random. Yeah, that's throwed off.
That's why I haven't watched
the ultimate disrespect.
I haven't watched Castlevania since. Haven't watched it. So, but you know, like you said, the timeline was erupting. Gotta say the news. But dude's an asshole.
Yeah, I know the timeline wasn't reacting too kindly to it either. Like they had some quips with it. So I'm sitting there like, yikes. But whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, hopefully they don't have the fans as mad as the Promised Neverland fans were. They were.
That's a fact. But next up, we got Crunchyroll announced on Monday that they're bringing Reborn. They're bringing Reborn to America, to Australia, to New Zealand, to non-French speaking Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Reborn wasn't streaming anywhere anymore. It used to be on Hulu, so now it's going to be on Crunchyroll. Are you excited for that?
Hell yeah! I started Reborn. It seems very dope.
Let me say this.
It seems dope though. Like it seems like the kind of slow I'd get into.
Reborn is amazing. Like let me look at it. Reborn is amazing, but the thing is, if you don't like Deku and his growth, you're not gonna like the Reborn MC. He is legitimately the worst crybaby of crybabies for literally 3 seasons.
Crybaby is such a bad thing. Crybaby is such a bad thing in the community. Just to call a character. Every single anime MC is cried.
I don't think the Deku thing is fair, but this is fair, Chris. Like you know me, I'm not calling a character a crybaby unless he like it's the worst. Like it, but I let me say this: when he boots up, it's the best show ever.
I'm super like I started it and I kind of fizzled out and I need to go back and finish it because it had me hyped when I was watching it. And I just know the fans love it.
I love it. I'm a Reborn stan. I love the Vongala family. I love his powers with his gloves. That's another thing. He doesn't get his power like he really just sits on the sideline.
Read the manga instead of watching it.
That's what you should do. Read the manga through the slow parts and then watch the anime once it boots up. But shout out to y'all, Reborn, gonna be on Crunchyroll. This next story is for you. The official Twitter announced that the Quintessential Quintuplets television anime announced on Sunday that the Quintessential Quintuplets, the movie, aka the sequel, will open next year. You're getting a movie, Chris, as a sequel. Are you excited?
Super excited. My boy threw my news in there, man.
I had to.
I ain't gonna lie. This one it's one of those ones. It got me mixed emotions, mixed feelings. Because
you wanted a season.
I don't know if we're gonna get another season. Pete was telling me, you feel me, that Peter was saying that there's not enough material to adapt into another season, especially if we get a movie and a season. You feel me? But it might not be. It might be too much for a movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're in a weird middle ground. Every season so far, he said, was like 40 something chapters or whatever, and the new season would have to be like they only have like 30 something chapters left or whatever. But I ain't mad at it. The thing is, I just hate the fact that
is that too much for a movie? That's what you're saying. Like it might be too much for a movie, but too little for a season.
My thing is, I just love the Quints. That's one of the ones I was watching week to week, and I was happy watching it week to week. It's like it give me something to look forward to each week. And definitely, I would love another season. But if we're not getting another season and we're getting a movie, it's gonna be kind of bittersweet. Just because I would want that I didn't think I'd be losing that fast. You feel me? I thought we would get another season. I thought we were gonna have a lot more to adapt because I own volumes of the manga, but I only read the manga along with the anime, so I'm not like skipping past. It's kind of one of those kind of like How I Met Your Mother, like how he, you know what I'm saying? He's dating around. Yeah. So I'm sitting there like I don't know who he chooses yet. You feel me? But at the same time, I don't want to hurry up and wrap it up and just rush it and make it into a movie. I kind of wanted the journey there is interesting enough, and it's definitely a fun watch. My thing is the movie just means it's gonna be high quality, gonna be great movie quality.
True.
And
you just better hope we get it in North America. That's the thing.
Exactly. That's my thing. I hope they just throw it on streaming. Like it's not Demon Slayer, so you don't gotta do that.
Yeah, I don't know if Quince is popular enough to be, at the Grand 16, but hopefully, like you said, they throw it.
Oh, trust me, I would go see it if I
know
could.
You would, but I'm talking
about
go
to the AMC theater. Let's get it.
You know what I mean, though. Would it pack up a theater like a Stampede, like a My Hero, like a Dragon Ball Z? And I don't think it would, and that's why I'm like, they might not bring it to theaters, but that's why you should probably get it on Funimation streaming right after Japan gets it.
I'll buy the goddamn Blu-ray. I need that.
That's what you might have to do. That's what you have to do. But Next up, we got Crunchyroll announced that it's gonna stream the English dub of 86, the anime. So I think that's something you would be interested in when we talk about 86. It's one of those war-esque like attack. I'm not gonna say Attack on Titan, more so Gundam-esque war with not mechs, but like tank mech crawlers, and it's
That shit look like Gundam Starship Troopers to me, man.
pretty much that's pretty much what it is. And I'm excited that the dub's coming because I'm gonna watch the dub. Those are the type of shows
sure.
that I prefer a dub for.
Facts. Like I can't watch that kind of show. Like that show wasn't appealing to me off the trailer. You feel me? So when the dub drops, it's gonna be enough to keep my attention, even if my attention's not on the way there. Because sub, if your attention trails off, you lost the whole episode.
Because
you feel me? Like you could come back.
It's all exposition, and you gotta pay attention. Because if you don't, you're gonna just like, oh, this person has a treaty with this person's family, but there's this beef with these two sons. If you don't pay attention, you don't know why these people beefing.
I gotta see what's up with that, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, it seems like this one in Mars Red was two that I was like, man, am I gonna start these? But this is the one that I wasn't sure about. For sure, Mars Red, I'm about to start soon.
And there is a dub for Mars Red on Funimation. That's how I watched it.
Oh, bet. Well, I'm about to start that dub. I thought I had to watch that sub.
No, the dub has started. Crazy.
I might watch that one sub though. I'm not 100% sure. I might watch that one sub because they say it takes place in like old school Japan.
The dub is not bad. It's futuristic, old school fusion.
Okay, I'm gonna see what's up with that because it definitely seems appealing. Like after I saw shout out to Mother's Basement. I don't like to plug too many people. You feel me? But he does some good work or whatever. But when I saw him review that one, I saw the trailer and the trailer kind of sold it for me, but I didn't really know what I was watching. You feel me? Like when I was watching the trailer, I was like, this looks cool, but what's the story about to be about? And he didn't spoil too much of the story, but he just let me know it's gonna be one of those ones that is gonna be dope. And just from seeing a couple clips, I'm like, okay, that's kind of intriguing. You feel me?
And I will definitely give a non-spoiler review when we get to the review section and we talk about what we're watching. But that's all the news we got. So today for discussion, I said, you know what? We're gonna play a little game. So I'm on Anime TikTok. Me and Chrissa both. Y'all go follow us. I do a great commentary work on TikTok. Chrissa's starting as well. Y'all follow me at Lyndon James Burton on TikTok. And you can follow Chrissa at FoolieSJE. But on TikTok, there's these things where, you know, people are asking, like, would you rathers? So we're going to play some of these games. I'm going to start it off with this one, Chrissa. One gotta go. One gotta go. Legendary arcs. One gotta go.
Oh my
Marine
goodness.
Ford. Chimera Ant Arc. Soul Society. Dark Tournament. Pain Invasion. Frieza Saga. What's gotta go? You let me know.
Well, you know it's not going.
What's not going? Dark Tournament.
You know it's not about to go for sure. Dark Tournament, Marine Ford are two that stand no matter what.
Facts.
Pain Arc stand no matter what.
I said that too. I said those three cannot leave.
Pain Arc? Are y'all serious? Nah, son, that's not going nowhere.
No.
All right, let me see. So it comes down to which ones?
Chimera Ant Arc, Soul Society, and Frieza Saga.
I have to say Soul Society, bro. I'm sorry. I have to say Soul Society. Not Chimera Ant Arc. Not the Chimera Ant Arc.
Okay, bro, on TikTok, people were tripping and saying, oh, Chimera Ant Arc gotta go. And I was like,
Chimera Ant Arc?
I was like, I understand it's not York New City, but the philosophies, the theme, it's
definitely not York New City. It's not my favorite Hunter x Hunter arc.
Everything about Chimera Ant Arc is amazing. It's just a little too long and they go in a little too many different directions. And I don't like it as much as York New, but it's not worse than Soul Society or Frieza. So I couldn't send that one. And to me, Chris, I'm gonna be honest. Soul Society was one of my favorite Bleach arcs. So I had to keep it. I got rid of Frieza Saga.
See, Soul Society is one of my favorite Bleach arcs, but at the same time, I don't think it's, to me, like the Frieza arc is quintessential Dragon Ball. And like, I have a lot of criticisms for Dragon Ball, especially as far as Super goes, especially as far as the manga goes, especially as far as recently. So I have my quips with Dragon Ball. I was actually about to sell all my Dragon Ball volumes the other day. Like I just felt some type of way. I was about to sell them bitches. I was like, why do I even have this? I was like, I'm getting rid of this shit. I didn't sell them. I still got them, but it's still on the table.
It could go at any point in time, though.
I just know as far as, you know, what the Frieza saga did to my childhood. Like, bro, I remember skipping school because they were in the climax of that arc, and I was gonna
Yeah.
miss it, and I was like, Mom, I'm sick. I gotta
But
come
see,
home, and they brought me home.
I said the only reason why people would keep it is because of nostalgia. And if I got to keep a Dragon Ball Z arc, I'm keeping Cell and Boo before I keep Frieza.
But man, if those were on the chopping block, yeah, they
Like
would have
if
to
it's
stay too. They'd all have to stay.
exactly
The
see,
Saiyan arc can go. I mean, I'm not that nostalgic. The Saiyan arc could go. The whole
so you getting rid of Soul Society. Final
just
answer.
because Soul Society, I like a lot. My thing with Bleach is my favorite part. I don't think this is the Soul Society. Whenever you get the Ichigo versus Grimjaw and Ichigo versus Ukiura.
No, that's the Arankar arc.
And see, that's my shit. I love the Arankar arc. That's my shit. Like
The
the
Soul
whole Soul
Society is
Society
where
was
you
great.
meet, is where he fights Kenpachi. But see, that's the whole Aizen bait and switch thing.
See, I don't even really fuck with Aizen as a villain though. Like Aizen's one of my most lukewarm, and people don't fuck with me for this. Like one of my homies, Malik, he's like a Bleach fan, Bleach stan, and he like fucks with Aizen super hard. And I'm sitting there like, man, Aizen, he's just not that dope to me.
He's super maniacal. He planned that. Like, see, that's why the Soul Society is so fire, because he's such an intricate planner, and like his plans came down to a T, and it's crazy. And then seeing Ichigo battle Byakuya, thought that was fire. I couldn't get rid of Soul Society, and you know me, I'm not a Bleach guy. Bleach is my least favorite of the big three. Me and you was shitting on Bleach for the first year of this show, and then we said, you know what, we're gonna go watch it, and then we understood why people love it, but we're not the biggest fans.
I like, the thing is, to me, if you would have put the Arankar arc in there, then I would have honestly said the Frieza arc has to go. I may have even said the Chimera Ant arc has to go, just because I love that arc so much. Like, just seeing Ichigo just bust through, like whenever that Ukiura versus Ichigo is one of my favorite fights in anime. You know what I'm saying? It's in my top 10, top 20. You feel me? I don't know where it would land if I actually ranked it, but if the Arankar was more standout to me, the Arankar arc.
That's fair.
That's whenever Nell gets introduced. You know what I'm saying? There's so much greatness in that arc. And Soul Society arc, I understand. To me, that would have a lot of nostalgia value for the Bleach fans who grew up on it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do understand why people love the Soul Society arc. I do love the Soul Society arc. But because like when you first get introduced to Kenpachi and shit, he's definitely he's an icon in himself. You feel me?
That's why I'm keeping him.
Didn't you get the whole Uryu fight with fuck, I forget his name. But didn't Uryu get his shine in that arc, in the Soul Society arc?
He fought Clown Face dude.
Yes, and that was one of my favorite fights in anime as well. Like, that's one of my favorite fights. I forget that dude's name. I feel like I shouldn't forget his name.
Yeah, I forget his name too. You get so much stuff, and then you meet Yoruichi for the first time.
And that's dope too. That's dope as well. Ichigo
like,
handled that, not like I would have handled that.
There's so many good things in there.
It's up there, but to me, the Frieza arc
Frieza outweighs it.
Frieza arc, the whole Namek arc was nuts.
I got another one for you. This is a versus. All of these fire style users are standing together. Who comes out on top? Madara, dude from the Mugen Train. What's his name? What's the fire? Rengoku, Escanor, Roy Mustang, Natsu, Endeavor, Sabo, Benimaru, Rin from Blue Exorcist. Who's the last?
Out of them last five niggas. It's out of Benimaru. It's out of Endeavor. It's out of Natsu.
See, I think
it's out of them three.
I think it's between Madara, Natsu, Benimaru, and Sabo. And the only reason it's why Sabo is because he's a Logi and those dudes don't have hockey.
Man, I just know for sure.
But if we're taking hockey out of it, then Sabo's not in it. Then it's Benimaru, Natsu, and Madara. And to me, Natsu is on a universal level. He can eat the fire and he can burn you on 4 different planes of dimensions. I think Natsu wins.
You can't hurt Natsu. Natsu can hurt you, but you can't hurt Natsu with fire. Like,
exactly.
I think what is it, Screw Attack or Death Battle or whatever? They did a Natsu versus Ace. And I think that was their logic to why they let Natsu beat Ace, because they're like, son, you can't fight this kind of fire with fire. You feel me?
Exactly.
You could fight with his kind of fire, but you can't, like, if you eat fire, like, and it makes you stronger. This nigga eat fire and boot up.
And that's why I think he beats Benimaru. The only thing is Madara with his other powers besides the fire that might get Natsu.
we add that in there, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. Because Madara would.
It's
I
close.
don't know if Natsu could take a fucking. What's that attack? The meteor attack? I don't know, Natsu. I don't know if you could take a meteor, bro.
I don't know, but they say Natsu. They say Natsu attacks on 4-dimension planes, and Madara is only on 3 dimensions. So,
shit, Natsu might bust through that fucking.
Exactly. Okay, and the final one we got is a One Piece character. Is a One Piece question. I love this one. You're facing 3 admirals. You're facing 3 of the admirals. I'm gonna say the 3 admirals
12.
are. I'm saying they're Kizaru, Sakazuki, aka Akainu or Akainu, and Fujitora. These are your choices. You can only choose one from each row. Row 1, Ben Beckman, Marco, Katakuri, King. Row 2, Luffy, Kid, Law, Beige.
Wait, one more time.
Luffy, Kid, Law, Beige. Capone Beige. Row 3, Sabo, Jinbei, Kuma, Mihawk. Row 4.
Wait, one more time.
We're gonna go through each row. I'm gonna say it again, but I'm gonna go through each row and you pick one from each row.
Okay.
Sabo, Jinbei, Kuma, Mihawk. Final row, Zoro, Sanji, Brook, Usopp. So let's go to row 1.
It might be easy. This might be an easy one.
Ben Beckman, Marco, Katakuri, King. Who you choosing from that row?
Katakuri off the dump. It was almost Marco, but it's Katakuri for sure.
See,
Why would it not be? It's Katakuri for sure.
Not caught up. I understand Katakuri with Future Sight, but I'm choosing Marco the Phoenix, baby.
I was this close to choosing Marco, but I'm just not caught up. But Marco is that boy too.
Let me just say this: Marco fighting off 2 niggas right now by himself, and they both got over $1 billion berry bounty. They both got the same bounty level as Katakuri. So
I gotta catch up on One Piece. I've been slacking.
I'm telling you. And the only reason why I didn't choose Ben Beckman is because we don't know enough about him. Ben Beckman very well could be the strongest first commander out of this list, but we just don't know about him. That's the dude that had the gun to Kizaru and was like, "Stop, Kizaru," and he was like, "Oh, Ben Beckman."
Oh my god, yeah.
And Marineford, that nigga strong. So we just don't know. All right, the next row: Luffy, Kid, Law, Capone Page. I don't know why Capone Page is on this row. I would never choose him, but
I fuck with my son, bro.
I can't choose him. I'm going with Luffy.
I want to choose Luffy. My heart is saying Luffy, but my mind is saying maybe pick Law.
I think
I'm gonna go with Luffy. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Don't do that. Luffy is too strong. Law would be great if you had someone who could do what Luffy was doing. Like if Law was in the bottom row with Zoro, Sanji, and Brook, I would choose Law all day. But Luffy's just too strong. And if you caught up, you know what Luffy doing. The boy is ready. It's fire. All right, next row. Sabo, Jinbei, Kuma, Mihawk. I think this row is easy.
I'm saying Mihawk.
Yes, thank you.
I almost said Jinbei.
Niggas was saying in my comments, Kuma, Sabo. Like, I was like, wait, Mihawk is the dude who fights with Shanks on the regular and trains Zoro, and Mihawk is the strongest swordsman. Like, there's no way Kuma, Jinbei, or Sabo could beat Mihawk. I'm sorry.
Exactly. It's Mihawk, bro. Why would you not? Like, if you got the opportunity to have Mihawk on your team.
Mihawk is Admiral or Yonko level. Like, Mihawk is as strong as these Admirals in Yonko. You got to choose him.
Facts.
All right, and then the final row, Zoro, Sanji, Brook, Usopp. I'm going with Zoro.
Zoro for sure. That's an easy one, too. That's like all these were easy except for the Luffy and Law.
Ooh, and the top one, because you chose Katakuri.
I for sure chose Katakuri. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I catch up, I may change my answer. I'm gonna let you know.
You will. I already know you're gonna change your answer.
Katakuri is just goated though, bro. This is the nigga who is like, this nigga has never got put on his ass before, bro, ever.
I feel you.
Never sat down before.
Oh, I got one more for us. I said that was the last one, but this is the last one. Best entrance in anime. These are your choices. Trunks entering in Slice and Frieza.
Top tier.
Naruto entering the Pain arc with the three toads and Rasengan in Pain, and it's like, I'm here, Tsunade. The next one is Ichigo entering with his Zangetsu when he's about to fight the 4 people up top when he's coming to save Rukia with the coat on. The next one is Shanks at Marineford. The next one is Asta and all of them kill. Well, you're not caught up on Black Clover, so it don't even matter about that one. And then the other one is Luffy dropping down from the water, facing the admirals in Ace and all of them with the block of wood in his hand. Where you going with this one?
E is out of 2.
Okay, with 2 is out
It's
of.
out of Trunks. It's out of Trunks for sure. And Shanks. Like it might just fuck around be Shanks.
For me, it's out of Naruto and Shanks, and I'm choosing Shanks.
I'm choosing Shanks, I think. Like it's to me, it's out of Shanks and Trunks, and
Shanks
for just personal reasons. Like to me, nobody really has a harder entrance in anime like next to Trunks. Like that's the most iconic.
It is
but
super
for
iconic.
me personally, as far as a personal favorite, the Trunks one is up there. It's in my top 3, but my number 1, nothing will touch. Like, bro, when the stakes, when Shank pulled up, Shank shut shit down.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
This song ain't out yet. Like me and Nick about to drop a little project, and I got a song dedicated to, not really dedicated to Shanks, but it's like almost a Shanks dedication. And it mentions that a lot because like that shit left a lasting impact on me. Like when Shanks pulled up, the shit was done. Yeah. The Admirals was like, hey, Shanks here, nigga.
It's over. Time to put it out.
And he really said some gangster shit. He was like, y'all really out here, like, we gonna bury this man. Y'all won. Like, y'all killed Ace. The Whitebeard's dead. We done with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the most gangster shit ever. Like, to me, that's like some gangster. He is like, bitch, I make the rules. And everybody was like, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's Shanks say, you know what I'm saying? We gotta chill out.
It's time to stop. No, I'm with you. All right. Well, with that being said, let's get to our review section. Chrissa, real quick, just tell the people what you're watching.
Let me pull up my little.
Besides Tokyo Revengers and My Hero, which we're gonna review right after this.
Iconic for
sure. So
while
you pull up your list,
I've been reading a lot of manga, like a lot of manga. I've been reading a lot more manga than I've been watching anime, especially since the last season ended with a new season. Like I said, I haven't been catching up on Mars Red. I haven't been catching up on.
Well, real quick, while you pull it up, let me do my Mars Red non-spoiler and my 86 non-spoiler, and then we'll talk iTaxi together after you say all of yours. So Mars Red, super intriguing. It's basically this group of soldiers taking out vampires that are all around Tokyo and whatnot. Very interesting. Still haven't seen how these groups are gonna fight. We just got a lot of exposition in the first episode, but it's definitely worth checking out. And the dub is actually really good. The voice cast is actually really intriguing. And I actually think this is one of the better dubs. 86, like Chrissa said, it's like a fusion of Robotech, space battleship Yamato, and then Gundam. And it's just some war shit. Definitely super intriguing, but I'd wait for the dub. I think Mars Red is the better of the two. I think Mars Red is probably like a 7 or 8 out of 10, whereas 86 could be a 6 or a 7. So that's where I'm at with those two.
Okay. I can't wait to get started on these, especially Mars Red. 86, I'm gonna give it a couple episodes, and if it don't wow me, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
But it might really bust me. It might bust me upside the head.
I think that's gonna be when I wait till everything is out.
Yeah, like the full season, so you can just binge that whole.
Yep.
So this is what my strongest first impressions of the new season, right? And it's just really 2. One of them is not that surprising. Godzilla SP.
I still haven't watched that. I gotta watch it.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm not sure if the third is out quite yet, but the first 2 were very, 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 very good. I love them. The main character's endearing. The guy who looks like Gintoki, he's very cool. He's cool as fuck. As far as a smart character, he's cool as fuck. There's like a
who's
female
Godzilla
character
battling?
Who's very cool. Godzilla's not there quite yet, but we are seeing these pterodactyl-esque creatures, and we're seeing a big threat. Like I feel like when Godzilla pull up, it's gonna really bust shit up. But just seeing the world, seeing the characters get introduced, seeing the technology they're creating and using, and seeing the first monsters touch down, and seeing what's about to go on with that is definitely intriguing. And I'm hyped for the full season. Like this is gonna be one of my favorite Godzilla projects. I didn't really like one of the other Godzilla anime they had on Netflix, but this one is one of the ones.
Well, I'm gonna check that out.
Appreciate.
That shit sound fire. Okay, what else you watching?
Now it's time for me to make niggas mad. You know what I'm saying? Goku Shufu Do.
What is it? What's it called?
Goku Shufudo, The Way of the House Husband.
Oh, I heard that shit was a motion comic and was trash.
It is a motion comic for the most part, but at the same time, I see why they did it this way. And at first, when I saw the trailer, I didn't notice, and then whenever I saw people posting clips of it on,
Pete said it was hot ass.
People were posting clips of it on YouTube, on Twitter, and I was sitting there like, oh no, I was like, no, don't let it be this, don't let it be this.
Was it fire?
It was gas packed because this is a comedy. This is a comedy anime, right? When you think of ex Yakuza turned house husband, right? You think of badass gangster ass nigga getting into this crazy. It reminds me of Sakamoto Days.
But see, I feel like Sakamoto Days has more action than this. Is that true? Because Sakamoto days, he be toting the Glock
You
and
hit the nail on
fighting.
the head. This one doesn't. Exactly. And bro, Sakamoto, like in Sakamoto days, he does everything but kill you. In
Yeah.
this show, bro, this is the complete, not saying the complete opposite, because it's the same thing. Ex-gangster, ex-infamous gangster is trying to live a better life and trying to live with his family. The difference is Sakamoto is deep into that life, and he got kids and a wife, and he's an old man. So it's like you low-key bringing this man out of retirement to do some shit, and he still got old ways. He'll kill niggas for no reason.
Mhm.
And now his thing is, I promise not to ever kill again. So the thing is just not to get too deep into Sakamoto days, but that's just a whole different concept to where perfect setup for comedy, perfect setup for endearing story as far as heartfelt,
And then they got good action.
perfect setup for amazing action. And this shit has a million different possibilities. This is more a slice of life. So I don't think you would go with something like, it's literally 5 episodes, and I watched 4 of them in one sitting because they're quick. They're like 16 to 18 minutes, like maybe 20 minutes is the max.
Quick shots. Okay.
And not only that, but each episode is on Netflix listed as episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's the season. But by the time you get to episode, you know how you watch Ed, Edd n Eddy and it's 2 split episodes in one episode?
Okay.
It's like one of those things where you get to episode 4 and they're like, all right, episode 18. And I'm like, damn, I've watched this many already.
Oh, so
it's like
that,
these quick little skits. So it's like, I don't understand. Like, not saying it would be a waste of time to animate them.
People shouldn't have that high of expectations because it's literally just quick vignettes.
It would make me mad if they tried to do too much with it. Like these quick one-shot stories, the punchlines wouldn't hit as hard if they tried to do too much with them and turn this quick little comic strip of a story and make it into a 30-minute episode. Try to do 20 episodes like that. Whereas, and the thing is, I want to say, I'm not looking at a picture of the manga or anything, but I want to say on the manga cover, there was a picture, like you see his cat. And I didn't think that played a big role, but there are certain parts of the episode where his cat just has his own little side adventure. And that shit is hilarious. Just being a cat owner, every single skit with the cat hits hard because it's like funny because I personify my cats in the crib. Like I got different voices for my different cats and my dog and shit like that, just to bullshit around the crib. You know what I'm saying? But this is exactly the idea of what I imagine a cat personified as. Like he goes off on his little adventures. And the thing with the main character, and not to go too deep into it, but this one impressed me way more than I thought it would, especially going into it weary of
what it looked
like. And the thing is, honestly, there were certain parts where the models didn't move like super good and the animation wasn't really well. But a lot of the times, the animation that they could have put a big budget into, I didn't mind them chopping it. Like there was an animation of him riding a bike, and they keep it to where it's that's not the point that you care about in the joke.
Okay.
Every joke hit how it's supposed to hit. All the dialogue, it seems like if it was important dialogue, it made sure the mouths were moving, the emotion was expressed. And I'm not gonna lie, just seeing this dude get into these crazy ass adventures, it's like he bumps into his homie. Like, you know how Sakamoto days, the homie tries to bring him back. It's like, we got to do some shit. His homie in this thing, he tries to get him, and he's like, get the fuck out of my face. We're not doing none of that. And he's like, I'm not even dealing with it. Now his homie is trying to be like him and be like a house husband and shit. He has no kids. He's a young guy. He's just like kind of fresh off of retirement. So he's like, he has nothing to do with his time besides discover life outside of gangster shit. But it's funny because he keeps comparing shit to gangster shit. And as far as, like, I'll say this, right? But I'm gonna be done with it just to kind of set it up for you. I feel like you would laugh at this.
Okay.
There was, and not to spoil it too hard, but there was a scene where police was investigating, thought he was trapping, like thought he was drug dealing. And that is one of the funniest, and I'm not gonna say any much more to spoil it, but like,
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Show you how deep it gets. Like, for your average American consumer who don't even watch anime, I was thinking, as when I got to the end of the 4th episode, I was thinking I could put this on my friends who don't fuck with anime and they would laugh. Like, they would get some good laughs out of it.
Then I'm definitely gonna have to peep game. Okay, and then let's talk Odd Taxi. I thought that shit was fire.
I thought it was gonna be so ass, but that shit was very intriguing. I only saw the first episode, but I'm definitely sticking around for the full season.
I saw the first 2. I gotta watch episode 3 when we finish, but we're definitely doing a season review. I'm so intrigued about the mystery. The animation quality is movie-esque. It's really, really fucking good. Just gotta applaud Crunchyroll. I didn't expect to like Odd Taxi. I thought it was gonna be junk. B&A from Netflix was okay. It wasn't B-Stars level, but Odd Taxi, it might be. I'm not saying it's B-Stars, but Odd Taxi is pretty good to say it's an all-animal cast.
And this definitely, and not to get too deep into it, but as far as this being like a furry kind of anime, I feel like they don't dive too deep into the, like how B-Stars was like the whole plot of B-Stars was like, I'm a wolf
It has nothing to do with the fact that they're animals. That's just who they are.
Rabbit, but I have mixed emotions. Exactly. These are just characters that could have been anybody. And I think, and not to get too deep into it, but I feel like they make them animals to be like animals don't do trivial things as far as this. Us humans, we had this higher sense of consciousness and just mental alertness. We could speak and we do more. And not saying the animals don't, because dolphins communicate, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying that
I know
these
we're the smartest people on the planet.
Exactly, but it's just to say that these animals would never be in these situations where they're just playing on their phone or like trying to go viral. It's just stupid shit that humans have created. You feel me? So just seeing animals deal with this shit is just it adds another level of comedy to it. But I don't know what like a lot of the parts you liked about it too. I'm gonna like let you get into it before I say I want to say my main thing was the characters. I loved every single character that was introduced.
I love the taxi driver.
All stuck with me.
The taxi driver is my favorite. Dude is just like, shut the fuck up.
I like the gorilla. Like I like the taxi driver a lot. I like the little monkey dude, the little I don't even know what kind of monkey he is, but
wait, I'm about to pull up the how these people be looking while you going. I'm about to pull up the character.
This is some of the most endearing characters I've ever seen in one episode. Like you give me one episode and quick dialogue. It's like you love all the characters as soon as they open their mouths. You know what I'm saying? Even the character in the back seat, at first, he had asked not to spoil too much for the first episode, but he asked the driver, he was like, asked him a question. And he took too long to answer the question because he was thinking about all the possible answers. And he was like, man, you took too long to answer. I really don't give a fuck about your answer no more. That shit was hilarious. I'm thinking he's going to be a little asshole. And then he ends up being endearing towards the end of the thing. He uses that as a joke again.
I even like the little sheep.
They make you really care about these characters a lot.
The sheep, the gorilla, the monkey, fire. All of them fire. So yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Odd Taxi is going to do to end the season. Didn't expect it to be good. Just super intriguing.
That should make me want to jam some fucking what did they say? Bruce
Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen. It should make me want to jam some Bruce Springsteen, bro. After the first episode, I definitely had that name stuck in my head. I don't know how I forgot it. It's been a few days, but I was laughing at that shit super hard. That's the comedy aspect is hilarious. Like you said, the mystery aspect is gonna be very intriguing.
That's the thing that's keeping me in there is like, ooh, what's going on with this? Like, how does taxi dude get into these crazy situations?
There's a lot of things that would keep your average anime fan from watching this, but if you are an average anime fan and you don't think this is worth watching, just give it one episode, and that's all I'm gonna say. If you don't like it after one episode, you're not gonna like it.
That's a fact. And look at it like this: Chrissa is we both like shonen and seinen, but Chrissa falls under the ecchi harem, slice of life type bag. I'm the isekai mystery mecha, like that type of guy, crime stuff, and we both like this because it meets both of those things in the middle. So
it's really just a cinematic masterpiece. It's one of those ones, like I was saying, even if it wasn't, even if people don't watch anime, it would still be worth a watch because it's intriguing.
100%.
It's definitely good social commentary on today's times, and it's definitely a great introspection. Like this, you know what it reminded me of as far as live action? It reminded me of God, I want to say Tom Haverford, Aziz Ansari's show on Netflix.
Master of None.
It reminded me of that, not 100% because it's not the same show at all, but it just gave me that vibe. Just that it was dialogue heavy, and all the dialogue meant something, and it was very entertaining to say it was mostly a dialogue show.
Got you. All right, well, let's get to the next. Let's get to our review portion. We got to review both My Hero and Tokyo Revengers. We're gonna start off with Tokyo Revengers, episode 1, Reborn. Hanagaki Takamichi is a worthless part-time worker who's down in the dumps. One day he learns that his girlfriend from junior high, Tachibana Hinata, was killed from being a victim of the conflict between the Tokyo Manjin gang. Takamichi is shocked by the sudden news, but goes off on his daily life. When he's suddenly pushed off the train station platform onto the railroad tracks, he is prepared to die as he sees the train coming right for him. But the next thing he knows, he's reliving his life from 12 years ago, and he slowly realizes that, wait, I time traveled. He then meets the brother of the girl who dies, and then at the end of the episode he tells him to remember the date that he's gonna die, whatever, and he just does it off a sheer chance that maybe I'm not dreaming, maybe this is real. He goes back to the future and finds out he saved this guy's life, but he didn't save the sister's life, and that's the end of episode 1. Chrissa, being that I read the manga, what were your initial thoughts of Tokyo Revengers, and what did you think about this episode?
I love the episode. You read me like a book. You know, this is my bag. Delinquent bag. I'm a big fan of Kara. I long spiky hair, like Rokudansha Blues and Yu Yu Hakusho and shit like that. Rokudansha Blues, should I say? But I love that delinquent ass anime, and this one is giving me that delinquency, but actual great story behind it. Just my first impression of the first episode was these niggas is living real in Japan, to where if you in middle school, you got to deal with this kind of shit. Like you gang.
It was like you was real. Middle school is like high school for these dudes, man. Like shit.
And that's
is
how
real.
I apply it. Like this is a 26-year-old main character, and he is getting teleported back to his middle school days. But I'm looking at it like he's a 30-something-year-old character, and he's going back to his high school days. Because to me, it just don't seem realistic that you're 26 reflecting like that on your life. And I also don't think that it's very plausible for a middle schooler to be dealing with this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, unless but we're 26, 27. We're around that age. We know, like, I know people that's like, okay, they not living how they want to, so they stuck in the past. We know people like that, and they have these quarter life crises.
My thing with him is, bro, I get that to a certain extent, but like I had a great high school. Sometimes I want to relive my high school years just because it was so fucking fun. I didn't miss out on no fun, missed out on a lot of, educational opportunities and shit like that because I was having so much fun. So I understand like wanting to go back to the old days, but I was really cutting up. Like this man. He said the prime of his life was his middle school days, and he said he had his first and only girlfriend in life. Like you're 26, and the only girlfriend you've ever had was in middle school,
and you probably
time
didn't
you was
sex.
ever, and you probably didn't even smash that, and that was the peak of your life. That is
crazy.
Definitely some sad shit. Now, I guess at 26, if that's your life, you would be sitting there like, damn, I wish I can go back to when life was actually Gucci and do shit different to where my life wouldn't be the peak of my life.
That's crazy.
Hopefully that's what goes on in this season. Hopefully he actually lives a crazier, better life.
12 and 13 is the peak of this man's life. That's nuts. When I was at 12 and 13, I could not say that's like one of the. No, I'm not gonna say one of the least
high
favorite
school
time.
The peak of my life. Like high school, I was having fun. I don't consider that the peak.
I'm still not at the peak yet. Like that's what I'm saying. Like so, I feel you on that. But I will say this episode was a lot of exposition, setting things up. But boy, did they get their ass beat.
That's what I think I'm gonna love about this series.
I'm ready for the fights.
The fights are very brutal, and the characters are very
endearing.
Unforgiving.
Yeah,
like endearing, and I feel like the second episode more so. But the first episode, you get your glimpse of the bad guys, you get your glimpse of the little brother, you get your glimpse of the
friends,
his female love interest as well. But I really thought the brother was endearing, the little brother. You see more of him in the next episode, but I knew something was gonna happen because I spoiled it for myself, right? They had this episode 0 drop, and it was basically like it was a weird abridged version of the first couple episodes, and they kind of wrapped it up in a way that it just like kind of shortened the first 2 episodes, and a little bit it goes past the first episode a little bit.
He was clowning.
But I'm glad I watched the first episode after it because it gave more exposition because it didn't really show too much about the little brother, but it definitely launched you into the fact that, you know what I'm saying, this man's going into the past and to change the future type shit. The way they dived into it in episode 1 and fleshing it out and fleshing out the character, it made me really fuck with the brother more. I don't know if it's just because I didn't see him much in episode 0 or because he really just stood out, but I like the fact that he's about to be sticking around too. It's not the I don't want to say a trainer or nothing like that, but just the kind of the nerd nigga on the group that's gonna be like
not just Takamichi is the main character. They still got
he's a dope main character
Naoto.
too.
Yeah, he is. I definitely like him. Episode 1, what you rating 1 through 5?
I'll give it a good 4. It was a strong 4.
That's where I'm at. Strong 4. I think the 5s for this show will probably come at episode 3, and we'll explain why. But episode 2, we're getting Naoto explaining like, yo, I was a police officer. I did this. Like, this is how I got to where I wanted to help investigate my sister's murder and try to bring down the killers. And I found this much, but I can only do so much without infiltrating the gang. That's why I need you to go back in time. He goes back in time. He's trying to infiltrate the gang. He talks to the leader of like his area, like the other school. And the dude's like, don't ever mention this dude's name again. And they beat his ass. They beat his ass down. And they're having like these fights every day. And Takamichi gets his ass bust. He goes see his girl house. His girl like, you got to stop all this fighting. You getting your ass bust. And then the next day, it's his homie who doesn't fight, who's like the weakest one. It's his turn to fight in Fight Club. And he remembers, he's like, yo, dude barely survived. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I can't just keep living it out like I would have normally. I got to try to do something. So like you said, you hope he would change. And that's what this show is going to be about, him making different decisions in his life that are different from what it is to affect the future. He then challenges is the head of the local school, the king of the local school's gang. That's the lead. Like, I guess this is the feeder to the Tokyo Manjin gang, and the head of the feeder. He challenges him. And next episode, we're gonna see him fight. Hopefully, he can whip his ass.
We're gonna see about that. We definitely gonna see about that, because that's gonna be a 5 for me if that happens, because that's gonna be completely crazy expectations. But this one, I like this episode a lot because the big badass, that motherfucker was ruthless. That man was whooping. If you thought motherfuckers got their ass whooped in the first episode, this nigga was like, bitch, grab my bat. I'll beat this nigga. This motherfucker talking too much shit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, damn, son. And not to glorify that type of lifestyle, but that was some real gangster shit. I'm like, this nigga is too gangster for his own good. This is a middle schooler, right?
Yeah,
He beat up a
exactly.
middle schooler. And then they
He's
said he's a
smoking
middle schooler.
cigarettes.
I'm like, you ain't no middle schooler, nigga. You
He
are a
in-
grown man.
Exactly. He in middle school smoking his cigarettes. He's supposed to be in 7th or 8th. No, he in 8th grade because he had
I can
third
only
year.
imagine how many times these motherfuckers got held back to be that big. These motherfuckers are grown men, bro. This is UFC fighters, nigga. That shit was just disrespectful. Beat that man ass with the bat, and I was sitting there like, boy, you should be dead right now. Even the rest of the gang, they was like, we should stop this man. This man really about to kill. This is a middle schooler. He about to kill him. I don't think it's that serious, bro. We need to stop. I'm not trying to go to jail about this little motherfucker.
They wouldn't go to jail. They go to juvie. All of them are middle schoolers.
Hey, I don't know how that shit work in Japan, but I know these motherfuckers he threatened to kill him in the streets. He like, bitch, you trying again, I will murder you. And I was like, damn, son. I was like, y'all really just, and that's what I love about Seinen versus Shonen. And Shonen, they not really on that type of shit. And this shit,
Seinen, they
like,
don't
this
give a
nigga
fuck.
kill this motherfucker for real.
I'm giving this a solid 4. I thought it was another 4, maybe even 4.5.
Nah, this is a 4.5 for me, just because of the strength. Like the 4.5 came.
You're right, 4.5.
The 4.5 came with just the sheer nuts that man had when he came back, and he was shivering, but he was like, still like, fuck that, I'm going. That shit was endearing for me. The whole shit with the long-haired homeboy, and they were talking in the bathroom and shit like that, and he was
and
like,
he wanted to save his friend, because how he was weak and stuff.
That's deep, man.
And I love the point where he was like, man, I was an idiot and I left my friends. These dudes are actually really cool, so that might change when he goes back to the future. He'll have his friends in his life.
I like that too, because
he just made some bad decisions, man. He made some real bad decisions.
He definitely just seemed like a fuck nigga in the future. Like you letting your fucking landlord cuss you out because you watching TV. Like you a bitch.
That
like,
wasn't even his
made.
landlord. That was his neighbor.
I'd have told my neighbor shut the fuck up, slam the door in her face. He on some bitch shit like, sorry, I'll keep it down. I'm sorry. Like, nah.
If I'm not being disturbing, like if I'm just watching TV, go your ass back in your house.
And then if I just found out my first girlfriend died, I'd be like, hey, I just found out somebody died via the news. You might want to get the fuck out my face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, son. He just bitch made to me. He was bitch made. And when he went back to the past, it was like he saw his little stupid ass haircut and he was like, okay, so I gotta play the role of the gangster. And he's like, he might have some nuts about himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's gonna change his ways. And hopefully that changes his outlook. He's
like, whenever they would talk about fighting, he's like, fight? Nigga, I gotta get in a fight. Just like a bitch. And he was sitting there, he got into it. It's like, maybe this is gonna get some of that bitch assness out of his heart.
Hopefully it gotta, but that's Tokyo Revengers. I'm super excited for us to continue to review this. Let's get to My Hero now. Episode 91, Clash. Class A versus Class B. Class A and Class B are joined by special guests as they battle it out during the combat training. This is basically the introduction episode to everybody. We see all the new costumes. We see Class B. We see the rivalry, how Class B is still like, fuck Class A. Class A is like, we don't really hate y'all. And basically the thing is set up that Class B was training continuously throughout the year. They didn't have any highs, they didn't have any lows, but they were constantly training their quirk. Whereas Class A were going through traumatic shit, and that vaulted their quirks to being strong. So it's basically about continuous training versus basically continuous training a la like Krillin or Gohan compared to like Vegeta, who goes through some traumatic shit like a Saiyan and then gets stronger after. So
UA went through some shit too.
Yeah, they did. Class 1A definitely did. And then Shinso is joining the group. We basically find out that Shinso's going to alternate between the Class B team and the Class A team. They set it up to where Class A and B, it'll be a 5v4 matchup. And basically, your goal is to capture everybody and put them in jail. And so one team, if Shinso's on it, will have 5. One team will have 4. Hold on. Let me see if I got the team listing. Because I'll say the teams, who's going to be on whose team. You got, let's see. I don't know if I can find it scrolling through this shit. But basically, Deku is on a different team from from Shoto. Shoto's on a different team than Bakugo, and so on and so on. The first battle though is okay. Wait, here we go. Here we go. Let me just let this play. Let me just let this play. I'm trying to find the teams or whatever. That shit don't matter. Niggas is in teams. I just wasted time doing that. Niggas is in teams.
I know for sure one of the teams was like fucking I can't think of it. I can't think of it. It was
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Froppy.
That's Froppy. That's the next episode. I could do that.
Yeah,
team.
we know that team, but all the other teams is like, we'll
That's
figure it out.
Here we go. Hold on. I think
Hey, you a manga reader. You should know this goddamn teams. These teams by heart.
Bro. I don't know these fucking teams, nigga. What's wrong with you, bro? Hold on.
You should know all these niggas' names, the names of the teams.
Okay, so the first battle is between Kirishima, my guy, fucking Kaminari, the dude who talks to birds. I think his name is Koda, and then
oh my goodness,
and then Froppy.
that nigga,
and then so
got his shit fucking washed.
And then Class B's taking on the Vine Girl, the Beast nigga, the nigga that got scales, and then the guy with the air cannon in the air prison. That's battle 1. That's the next episode. The one we're gonna talk about after this. The next battle, which is the episode that we're gonna review next week, is Tokuyomi, Naval Laser, Invisible Girl, and Yao Momo versus Kendo, Big Hand Girl, the little mushroom girl, the darkness dude, and then I don't know that other dude's power. So that's the second battle. The third battle is tail martial arts guy with Shoto, Todoroki, and then they have Ida, and then the dude with the eyeballs for hands versus Tetsu, who is Kirishima's rival, who turns to fucking metal. They have the girl with the horns, and then 2 other niggas that I don't know their powers, so they don't really matter. That's battle 2. Battle 3 is hold on. Oh no, that was battle 3. So this is battle 4. Battle 4 is Bakugo, Jiro, headphone jack, Seto, tape nigga, and then Sugar Rush, the dude who eats sugar to get super strong, versus the Scorpion homie, and then the guy who looks like Sackboy. he looks like Sackboy, and then some other niggas. And then the final battle, of course, is my guy. Hold on, let me pull it up. Final battle is Minato, not Minato, Mineta, Ashido, Ochako, and Deku versus the dude who has anger issues, who wants Class B to destroy Class A, and then the guy with the DBZ scouter on his eye. You saw the little nigga with the scouter on his eye in Class B. I was like, what the fuck's up with him? So those are all the battles, and Shinso's gonna alternate between them. But episode 91, it was a 3. It was just exposition.
Yeah, it was cool. It started off strong with the rest of the All for One shit. Not All for One for
all. Oh yeah,
that
wait, the vestiges shit happened in this episode. It did.
At the beginning, right at the beginning.
How did you feel about that?
And All Might kind of had a conversation with Deku about it, and
let's talk about
that shit ain't happened with me. That nigga said, "Hold up." That nigga said, "What?"
That's more
that shit ain't happened with me, dog.
How did you feel about that? Like, we're starting to see that. Oh, there's multiple people. So we see the vestiges are fucking All Might's master, and then a couple other niggas. You see the guy with the who looks like a biker, the guy with the thing over his mask, the guy with the cracks in his face. You see All Might as like some yellow flower shit, and then you have the 2 dudes that you can't see because they're just shadows, and then you have All for One's brother as the first user. What do you think about this vestige stuff?
It's definitely intriguing. It didn't give me enough to really understand yet. We're not
fully into it yet.
The main thing I understood was that All for One's brother was a dick, and
no, All for One was the dick. The brother was the one that the brother.
Oh, that was the dude that talked to Deku.
Yeah, the dude that talked to Deku is All for One.
Oh, well, yeah, you're seeing All for One be the dick then.
Yeah, All for One's the
I didn't
dick.
know that was All for One's brother. But
Yeah.
whatever the case may be, he was talking to All for One or whatever. I think that's kind of what they were talking about. I just didn't really understand what was going on. But at the same time,
and he gave All for One up. We were seeing him give the power one for all to the guy.
But my thing is, it seems like All Might had more of a relationship with his master or his trainer or whatever, the chick. And it feels like he didn't have no one-on-ones with this nigga. And Deku had kind of a one-on-one with this nigga. And All Might was intrigued by that. And that kind of got me like, huh?
All Might was more just focusing on his strength, focusing on like the physical aspects of the quirk. Deku, you know, he's more intrinsic inside of his head, always thinking about it. And he had that moment at the sports festival, which I think is even better. The fact that Shinso's in this arc, because the last time we saw the vestiges was when Shinso and Deku fought in the sports festival, and they stopped him.
And Deku brought it up real quick. He was like, damn, last time, like he put two and two together in his head. He was like, last time I seen that shit, it was with this motherfucker. As soon as they introduced him, as soon as he
and that's why it's a perfect arc to bring that up in this one. So, you know, I'm giving episode 3 of this season a 3.9, 3.8. It doesn't deserve a 4.
I'll give it a 3.5. I'll really give it a 3.5 to be real. But it was a good one. It was a good, because it was just mainly exposition, not a lot of action. But it got where it needed to get.
Exactly.
It didn't take too long. One episode.
Facts. And that's good because we didn't get an OVA like to start off the season. We didn't get a fake episode to start off the season like we have in the other ones. They got us right into the shit, and we just had a little exposition. So
I'm pretty sure we got a little OVA.
That was before the season ever even dropped. I'm talking about, like, you know how last year we had the dude who was taking the pictures as the first episode that wasn't even
I thought we had one like that.
First
we
one
didn't have episode 0?
It was just the training shit. Yep, and they jumped straight into the training.
Man, that shit was I know for sure the next episode was better than this one.
Yeah.
But it didn't take, I just know it wasn't that bad of exposition. It wasn't like boring. It was it kept it moving. You feel
me? My hero's
me?
never boring. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just it's slow paced at times, but it's I don't want to say slow paced, but deliberately paced.
Deliberately paced. You know our phrase. We use that over here. But let's get to the next one, episode 4. Make it happen, Shinso. So in this episode, the Class A team tries to put Shinso and his new equipment to good use in the first match against Class B. This is the Kirishima. I always forget his name. Dinky.
Dinky Kaminari.
Yeah, Kaminari and basically Koda and Froppy, their team versus Shishida, the Vine Girl, the dude with the scales on his arms, which I think is a firepower, by the way. And then the dude with the air cannons. And Class B came out and they was whooping Class A's ass. Kirishima,
Class B was showing their ass.
Kirishima, you fought against Overhaul and your ass got captured like that, but I feel like that was more so like my guy fucking Horikoshi was like, yeah, if Kirishima really actually fought to this, Class B would get their ass whipped. We got to try to give other people shine, so let's get him out of there.
Yeah, we can't it's not the Kirishima show.
Facts. But I did like seeing Shinso with his new voice powers. I think it's very interesting that he's the new version of Eraserhead instead of eyes with mouth, and then he has the little bandages. I love the plan that Dinky and Froppy came up with, the way they were going to cover themselves to stop Shishida's smell and to fight back. And then I loved how they used the voice control, and basically Froppy was kicking ass, kicked the dude with the scales ass. They captured him. And then I loved seeing her throw and knock out Shishida. And it just showed that, Shinso is very capable. He's learning, but it also showed how much stronger Froppy, Kaminari, and Class 1A are. Because Class B's quirks are advanced, but they don't have battle experience. And it shows that battle experience trumps book experience.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I really love, I just love seeing Froppy get her shine. I love seeing Froppy actually come out, because like the thing is, the female characters don't usually get a lot of love, and Froppy definitely was badass in this character. She was a highlight character in this episode for me.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like seeing the face off between what's homie's name?
Which one? The Beast guy?
Just got reintroduced.
Oh,
and
Shinso.
Beast guy.
Shinso's the guy with the voice control. And then the Beast dude, Apocalypse Beast is
Apocalypse
is Shishida.
I definitely love seeing that. That was some dope shit. The Apocalypse was reminding me of Beast Titan, Beast Titan, bro.
See, he reminded me of Hank McCoy, Beast from X-Men.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I definitely got those vibes too, especially from they were calling him Beast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna be his hero name.
That is his hero name. Yep. No, his hero name is Guagarchian. I don't know why he chose that. His quirk is Beast, but his hero name
is hilarious.
Is way better of a hero name than what he chose.
And he didn't like it. Like they're bullshitting him with that name. Like, so that's low-key a better name than your actual name. Son.
Exactly, I agree.
But
I thought the Vine Girl praying to God the whole time was hilarious, and how she was like, "I got voice controlled. Oh God, I'm sorry, I was a sheep."
I like how they outsmarted her ass too. I like how she got her shit outsmarted. And you got outsmarted by Dingy, son. Sit down forever, son.
But look at you using one dumb dude for another. You said Dingy, thinking thinking of dumb Dingy from Chainsaw Man.
Not Dingy.
Dinky.
Nigga, son. Two dumbass motherfuckers, bro. Kaminari, son, dumbass nigga.
It's
Like
dumb, bro. He
whenever you
zaps
see this
his
nigga in the
brain
movies, whenever you see this nigga, exactly. Whenever you see this nigga just in peaceful times, he's kicking it with
Minato.
he's kicking it with fucking Minato, bro. So
That's
like
his
I'm not
best
taking that man
friend.
serious. That's two dumbass niggas together, two dumb horny niggas. So
that's crazy that his two gangs, gang one is Bakugo and Kirishima is the third wheel, and his other gang is like, okay, if I'm not hanging out with them, I'm going to get my perv on with Minato.
yeah, he only hang out with them whenever they let him hang out with them. Like whenever they doing big boy shit, they're like, bro, go fucking hang out with Mineta or something. We doing real nigga shit over here. Go zap your brain or something, you fucking loser. I like Kaminari though, because he's very funny of a character. He's endearing.
He's actually should be really strong. Once he gets his shit together, he should be one of the stronger characters.
And I like seeing his growth in this episode. Like he's the goofy
his, like,
clown,
his pointer
and he helped put. He really was the one who strategized that shit.
That's a fact.
You outsmarted Moss Girl, and like I didn't think she was a genius or anything, but I didn't think he was capable of outsmarting anybody.
Shows his growth. 100%. So I'm giving this episode a solid 4.3.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a 4.3 with you. I'll give it the same exact because this one was very entertaining. Like
I'm excited for the next
super crazy, but it was cool.
This was like the intro into the next one is where we start banging away. We get Tokiyomi. We learn about Tokiyomi's story with Hawks and his internship, and we learn about his new abilities. I'm excited to see every fight after this just boots up. We go from Tokiyomi and Yaomomo to Shoto, and then we get Bakugo and then Deku.
Let's go.
I'm ready. It just keeps cranking up. And that's what I was telling you about My Hero. Like, I think you made a good comparison because I saw on Twitter some people are mixed. They're like, why is this so slow? Like, and I'm like, look, we're used to Demon Slayer, Promised Neverland, all these new gen that jumps us into the story right away.
They get to the shits.
But let's not act like Shonen wasn't built on the Naruto One Piece model. And My Hero follows that model. And when you get all of this slow build, and then when we jump into My Villain Academia in the middle of the season and it never slows down again, you're going to appreciate all of these slow times. Like you appreciate East Blue where Luffy and Nami and all of them, and Nami stabs the thing and we have this emotional moment about where Luffy puts the hat on, values it as a treasure. Yeah, they're not fighting world breakers. They're fighting Arlong, but those are good character moments. Zoro saying, I'll never lose again. Those are good character moments. For example, like you're saying, seeing Dinky outsmart these people, that's a good character moment. Seeing Deku realize like, oh shit, this is what Shinso did. I'm seeing the vestiges. That's good character moments. They're all building to the climax that is coming.
Facts. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. This one, I really I like the fact that none of these characters are getting shelved and hold and shit like that.
That's
I love the fact.
And in Naruto, we didn't get 10-10 getting story.
Exactly. And they're doing it with in a quicker, timely fashion, like in a more timely fashion. And my thing is, I cherish I cherish My Hero because this may be the last time we get something like this. The thing with this deliberately pacing and the issue of, like you said it best earlier, you said these motherfuckers are spoiled. You're used to getting the Demon Slayers, but what you have to realize about a Chainsaw Man, a Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man is less than 100 chapters, clocking in right at 97.
Demon Slayer's over.
Demon Slayer's under 200 though. But the thing is, what is My Hero at right now? Like 400?
My Hero is at 300 and something.
Yeah,
hold on.
Probably about to hit 400.
I'm gonna tell you exactly. Yeah, it is about to hit 400. My Hero's it's at 309.
I don't think we see too many 400s coming out of Shonen Jump. Just me being a skeptic. We
No,
may
you're
get
right.
Jujutsu Kaisen into the 300s.
Jujutsu Kaisen's at 146.
We may get Jujutsu Kaisen into the 300s. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
I can only hope. But as far as, how we're getting quote unquote spoiled with these deliberate, like not deliberately paced, but these super hyper paced shows,
these Americanized stories, because that's what it is.
Low key, but to me, Chainsaw Man works. To me, Jujutsu Kaisen works.
To
me,
Demon
Slayer works to a certain extent till you get towards the end. We're not gonna talk about that, but all these new gen ones work because it doesn't seem like they're trying to follow that specific shonen formula that My Hero decided to perfect, which is it took My Hero to perfect it and to go there and to round all the edges of what shows like Dragon Ball and the Big Three and Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter created. So I like the fact that My Hero is keeping that energy alive, and keeping that legacy alive. And
Black Clover's another one that's doing it too.
But the thing is, and not to shit on Black Clover, but My Hero may be the ones that's doing it the best of all.
Oh no,
time.
it is.
depending on how they ended and
How they end,
everything.
yeah.
But they're maybe doing it the best of all time as far as with the pacing of the story, the amount of episodes versus especially anime, much filler. The movies, My Hero's just doing
No
that
filler.
element of shonen perfectly, and we're getting this new generation of shonen that doesn't follow the rules. So we're getting a lot of more leeway. We're getting a lot of more shonen jumps that's not necessarily shonen. It's leaning more towards seinen. Like I read a romance anime in Shonen Jump just yesterday, it dropped Sunday, the second chapter of like the badminton playing boy with the basketball playing girl. I'm sitting
I
there
know
like,
which
how
one
is
you're
this in
talking about.
Shonen Jump? This is not shonen at all.
Blue
I feel like
box.
it's gonna get there, and I really do like it as far as what it is. And we're getting these comedy stories. So just seeing the new gen shonen, I think My Hero is gonna be like
A big dog.
and not even just a big dog, but the new gen, like how in 10 years niggas gonna be looking at that like how we look at Dragon Ball and the
Oh
big three.
yeah. No, I
You know
agree
what I'm
with that.
saying? And that's go and big Black Clover too. You feel me? But
Because
it's
Black
gonna
Clover's
be
at
different than
290.
Demon Slayer and everything. It's gonna be different than all those because those are the last what I would consider true long running shows.
Shonen, yeah. No, you're right. And that's why we gotta appreciate My Hero while we got it. But just know we got a couple more episodes of this because this season gonna be long. And this arc is about to end. All we got left with this is to figure out the vestiges stuff. As soon as this ends, My Villain Academia. Y'all aren't ready. Chris, I know you hyped for that. You getting that this season, brother.
I got the hard copy volumes of My Hero, My Villain Academia. Just never read them because I just like
You
the
don't know
aesthetic of it. I like the whole concept of this Horikoshi
I'm
flipping
so
it. Very
interested to
original.
see how the anime flips it. Like, will we get a different intro with just the villains? We
I
don't
hope
see
so.
like they got to change everything. You know how
Hope we
All
get a
Might,
darker, more grungier opening.
you know how they do UA and All Might in like the title card. They should do All for One with Villain 8 with V8. Like they should switch everything.
I agree because the thing is, they flipped the manga cover and they flipped the whole concept of the manga you were reading. So
Yep,
I just want them to keep that same energy. And My Hero's good at that. It's good at adapting their
they are,
content.
and I think Bones is gonna do a good job. But that's all we got this week. Next episode, I think actually next episode we'll have the Yasuke review. Yes, we will. So we'll be able to watch all of Yasuke or Yasuke,
For sure,
the Black
I'm ready
Samurai.
for that.
We'll have
I'm
that
so ready
review,
for that.
and we'll have some other stuff. So I'm hyped for that. But Krista, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
For sure, definitely. First things first, peep out my Spotify, my SoundCloud. My SoundCloud numbers ain't been hitting lately. I've been really pushing my SoundCloud shit. I thought SoundCloud was a dead medium. I've been pushing mostly on Spotify, everything. So peep out Spotify, Apple Music. That's where my shit mostly is. But definitely, if you want to help fucking balance my numbers, go fuck with me on SoundCloud. If y'all are still a SoundCloud wave, I heard SoundCloud's coming back. But
People fucking with SoundCloud. Podcasts are really killing it on SoundCloud now.
And go fuck with Anime Talk on SoundCloud if y'all are YouTube watchers. But at the same time, follow me on all that musically, but definitely peep me out on Twitter and Instagram. Definitely keeping the content rolling. TikTok, Fully SJE. Everything's Chris or SJE except for TikTok is Fully SJE. And for sure, go add me because you can add. Like I'm deep on my anime list, bro. This is a part of my daily day. I'm on this shit as much as I'm on Twitter because
Real.
especially with the amount of manga I'm reading some shit called Dead Mount Death Play. Which is amazing. I would suggest I'm pushing that agenda right now, Dead Mount Death Play, and then I'm also bittersweet reading some old shonen, not even old, newer Shonen Jump goats that got axed before their time, like Black Torch.
Black Torch is fire. I
fucking love Black Torch, bro. I was reading it, I was copying hard copies. I'm like, I'm excited to see where this goes. Everybody was like, oh yeah, sucks they canceled it. I was like, sucks they what? I was like, why Shonen Jump? I was like, I bought the first 4 volumes, bro. I got them bitches. Like I'm that deep into it. Like I bought the volumes, I've been reading them, and I'm just loving the main characters. I'm loving the cast, the story. So if y'all want to follow along with what I'm reading, definitely everything's up to date on my anime list. And I didn't know how in depth this shit was, but you could like message people. There's forums and like have friends and shit. I've been kind of cutting up on here. This shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna have to jump on my anime list. I gotta jump on. So
and then it's just a fun way to keep track of what you're watching. Like literally, you never forget where you are. You could rate everything to where like I just literally whenever we were talking about what I'm watching right now, all I did was go to my current watching list and then set it up to where it was like scored from best to least best. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun, bro. They make it so user friendly. It's like any weeb's best friend.
Well, I'm gonna make one by the time we have the next episode. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Chris on everything and make sure you check out the Fuck Gabby remix. You can follow me at LynBWT, follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Be sure to check out all the content we got out right now, whether that's the Bros Who Think podcast, a new Bros Who Binge dropping on Thursday, No One Piece manga. Well, no, we will have a One Piece video later this week. We'll have a Run It Back later this week where we're reviewing Step Brothers, the classic Will Ferrell movie. So check that out. Also, if you are a fan of hip hop, check out the Never Less Than Ill podcast with Justin Ivy, where we talk Little Brother. New episode coming out next week where we're talking Del, the funky Homo sapien. We're talking hieroglyphics.
Y'all talking real hip hop. Y'all niggas talking about Little Brother and Del the Funky Homo Sapien?
Yep,
Not everybody knows them names, dog.
That's next week. Watch, let me tell you what next week's episode is, because that's legit, like super, super hip hop. We talking. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you exactly everybody that
man breaking out the hip hop.
We're talking Hieroglyphics Collective, Del the Funky Homo Sapiens, Souls of Mischief, in that whole game.
That's gonna be legendary, bro. I'm about to tune into that one because niggas don't be talking about that in this day and age.
So that's gonna be a great episode. You can find it on YouTube, but just make sure you subscribe to us. Oh, link in the description. Join the Discord. Come join the family. We're talking about stuff all the time in there. But other than that, that's all we got this week. Just know when we come back next time, we'll be reviewing Tokyo Revengers, My Hero, Yasuke. Probably do if there's any Eden Zero videos, do that. And then probably talk more Godzilla Single Point, because I'm gonna check that out. But other than that, for Chrissa, my name is Lyndon. We'll talk to you then. Until then, peace.